Hi guys! Welcome sa Zipnayan. In this video ay tutuloy ulit natin yung ating series on calculus. No? And kung sinusundan nyo itong series natin ay sa previous video nagpa-practice tayo kung paano gamitin yung um, the power rule. No? So sinasabi sa power rule, pag meron tayong x to the n, if we want to find the derivative of x to the n, no? With respect to x, gagawin natin is yung exponent dito, i-multiply natin doon sa x, no? Sa expression, tapos yung nasa taas na exponent, papawasan natin ang isa, no? So, and kung meron tayong, dito kasi yung coefficient ito 1, pag meron tayong coefficient other than 1, pwede natin siyang ilabas, no? Ilabas natin and then we get the derivative of x raised to n. So, we had several examples already dun sa previous two videos natin. So, kung first time yung mapanood, mas maganda balikan nyo yung dalawang videos na yun. So anong gagawin natin? Ito, meron tayong constant, no, na negative 8. So, pwede natin siyang ilabas, negative 8. And then, we get the derivative of x to the n, no? Ang derivative ng x cubed is yung exponent, ilalagay natin sa harap. Ibig sabihin, i-multiply natin doon sa x with multiply natin sa x, pero yung exponent ng x, mababawasan na siya ng isa. So, imbis na 3, magiging 2 na siya. So, negative 8, ito yung c natin, di ba, nilabas natin. Nilabas natin yung c, ito yung negative 8. And then yung 3, ito yung ating exponent. Tapos yung exponent natin na bawas ng 1, ito yun. So, negative 24x squared, no? Negative 24x squared. Ito yung ating derivative. So, what is the derivative of square root of x, no? Wala siya dito, no, sa formula, pero pwede natin siyang i-convert o i-transform to the form x raised to n. So, ano nga ulit yung x square root of x pag ginawa natin x to the n? Ano magiging exponent? Magiging x to the 1/2. So, sa algebra na pag-aralan nyo na x to the 1/2 is equal to square root of x. No? So, pwede na natin siyang kunin yung kanyang derivative. No? So, magiging yung n natin ay 1/2, diba? So, 1/2 ilalagay natin dito sa front, no? Times x to the 1/2 minus 1. So, yung n natin ay 1/2 and then we subtract 1. So, this becomes 1/2 x raised to the, what is 1/2 minus 1? It's negative 1/2, no? And kung napanood nyo yung previous video, sabi ko, sometimes it is an unwritten rule na pag square root of x yung given, dapat yung answer mo magiging ganito rin yung form kung pwede siya, no? So dito, ang x to the negative 1/2 can be written as 1 over, diba pag negative yung exponent, 1 over x to the 1/2, diba? Pag x to the negative 3, 1 over x cubed. Isa yan sa mga laws natin ng exponent. So meaning, yung 1/2 x to the negative 1/2 can be written as 1/2 times ito, 1 over x to the 1/2. So this is multiplication of rational expressions. So magiging 1 over 2x to the 1/2. Ang x to the 1/2 ay square root of x. So 1 over 2 square root of x. Teka lang, parang may na-miss tayo. Tama ba tayo? 1/2. Di ba negative? Hindi naman negative kasi 1/2 yung una natin. So, ang negative lang yung exponent. So, this is correct, no? Next. So, the derivative of square root of x is 1 over 2 square root of x. So, maganda, tandaan nyo itong derivative na to kasi palagi yan lumalabas, no? Sa mga problems. Para hindi nyo na siya isolve ulit. Next, we have derivative of 1 over x with respect to x. And gagawin ulit natin siya sa form na x raised to n. And 1 over x is the same as 1 over x raised to the negative 1. So, naalala niya yung sa laws of exponent again. Negative exponents. Okay, so pwede na tayo kasi x to the n na siya. Ang n natin ay negative 1. So, magiging equal to negative 1 times x raised to the negative 1. Yung n natin is negative 1 minus 1. So, this is equal to negative 1 times x raised to the negative 2. Okay? Again, negative exponent, gusto natin siyang ibalik sa positive exponent kasi yung original na given natin ay positive. So, this is negative 1 times 1 over x squared. X to the negative 2 is 1 over x squared, di ba? And this is equal to negative 1 times this expression is just negative, the negative of that expression. So, negative 1 over x squared. Okay, so ito yung derivative ng 1 over x, negative 1 over x squared. Ano nga ulit yung ibig sabihin ng derivative? That's the slope, no? The slope of the function. Ibig sabihin yung slope ng 1 over x at x, no, is equal to negative 1 over x squared. Siguro pwede nating balikan later. Okay, so g of x equals 9x to the negative 4. Using this notation, dx of g of x equals ddx of 9x to the negative 4. And ano nga ulit pa-exam to? Kung ano yung name ng function, lagay natin sa tabi ng d, no? So, dg dx equals that's 9, no? 9 times the derivative of x to the negative 4. Negative 4 times x to the negative 4 minus 1. Which is equal to 9 times negative 4 is negative 36. Negative 4 minus 1 is negative 5. So, x to the negative 5. Okay? So, negative yung exponent dito, negative din dito. But again, sabi ko sa inyo, depende sa teacher ninyo. Kung ayaw ng teacher ninyo na may negative exponent. So, you have to convert this, no, to positive exponent. Maging negative 36 over x to the 5th. Pero for me, I don't mind kung negative yung given ko at kung negative yung sagot na exponent. Wala akong problema. Okay lang sa akin yun. So, you talk to your teacher. So, dt. So, yung nasa ibaba, kung ano yung variable na ginagamit natin doon sa function. So, dt of p of t is equal to dt of negative 3t to the negative 7. No? So, kung ano yung variable, again, kung ano yung variable na ginagamit natin, yun ang nasa baba. Tapos dito, kung ano yung pangalan ng function, yun ang magiging katabi nung nasa taas. So, magiging dt, ayaw natin isulat to, is equal to negative 3. So, ilalabas natin negative 3 and then ibababa natin yung negative 7 times negative 7 and then t tapos negative 7 minus 1. What is negative 3 times negative 7? That's 21 t to the negative 7 minus 1 negative 8. No? So, again, wag natin kalimutan na ang computation ng derivative, no, we are actually getting the slope of the function, no? So, for example, wag natin kalimutan palagi kung ano yung kinukuha natin. If you have the function f of x equals negative, ito na lang, f of x equals negative or square root of, f of x equals square root of x. F of x equals square root of x. Now, although na dito ang kinukuha ng derivative ay expression, no, hindi siya naka-express as function, but we can think of it also as a function. For example, yung square root of x. And the derivative is the slope, no, of the function at a point. So pag derivative natin dito, we have a point, tapos meron tayong slope ng tangent, no? So we get the tangent line, and yan, square root of x, the equation of the slope, no, is actually the 1 over 2 square root of x. So depende kung nasaan yung x natin. Okay, so for example, at x equals 1, so lalagay natin yung x equals 1. Yan yung x. At x equals 1, yung slope. Ano slope nito? 1/2, diba? Is it 1/2? Um, 0.5 yung slope niya, no? And at x equals 1, isubstitute lang natin yung 1 sa x. So 2 square root of 1. And 2 square root of 1 is 2. Tapos ibig sabihin 1/2 yung slope natin at x equals 1. And as you can see here, 1/2 nga naman, 0.5. So wag natin kalimutan palagi, no? Pag tayo ay kumukuha ng derivative, one of the meanings, or yung mathematical meaning niyan, ibig sabihin na yan is, we're getting the slope of the function. Okay, so that's it. I hope may natutunan kayo. Sabi nyo, ang simple-simple naman, no? Of course, ito pa lang yung unang rule, no? But what if we want to find the derivative of, for example, puro isang terms lang, di ba? Paano kung kukunin natin yung derivative ng x cubed plus 2x squared plus 3x plus 5. So, polynomial function, for example, o polynomial expression. Paano kunin yung derivative? So, isang law na naman yun yung gagamitin natin, and yan yung aaralin natin sa susunod na video. Okay, so sana may natutunan kayo dito sa ating tutorial. I'll see you in the next tutorial. So, bago tayo magtapos, pwede nyong i-visit yung ating channel, no? At yung ating Facebook page. At syempre yung ating website. See you in the next tutorial.